What's new, Voodoo?
I've got a new case. Mind if I pick your brain?
Go right ahead.
Does the name Lamoon mean anything to you?
Lamoon? You mean that old gumbo shop? They closed down before I got a chance to try it. Heard it was tasty, though.
What do you think of that lawyer on Main Street?
I don't know about him, but I know his wife, Kiki. She swills cheap spill at the Chic Shore restaurant.
That's enough shop talk for now. See you around, Billy.
Come back again soon, and don't forget that harmonica of yours. It always brings me back.
Managed to get the grill off, but my screwdriver broke. Cheap Island brand garbage. If I could fit in there, I'd have front row seats to the counselor's crooked cabaret. But I either need to shrink or find someone a little more petite to help me out. I think it's time to pay a visit to my client.
Hello again, Detective. Any news about Mary?
Does the name Lamoon ring any bells?
Well, yes, I knew the Lamoon family well.
All right, you better spill.
What does this have to do with the case?
The pendant Mary was given belonged to one of the Lamoons.
Good Lord. The Lamoons owned a local gumbo restaurant that we acquired in exchange for a substantial stake in Island Kitchen. Gordon and I worked closely with Francois and Esmeralda to integrate their recipes into our menu. It was an exciting but difficult time.
How so?
Exciting because the Lamoon recipes drove a new wave of popularity for Island Kitchen. Difficult because Gordon had become infatuated with Francois's wife, Esmeralda. It made for rather awkward business meetings.
So what happened then?
Well, about a year after the acquisition, Esmeralda and her daughter, Genevieve, washed up on the beach, having drowned. Such an appalling tragedy.
So what? Mother and daughter forgot how to doggy paddle?
Well, yes. The official police report deemed it a swimming accident.
Why do you think someone would want Mary to have a pendant from the Lamoon family?
That, Detective, is the one question I truly have no answer for. What in the world has the tragic Lamoon family tale to do with my Mary? If you figure that out, please let me know.
What happened to Francois?
As you know, Esmeralda and Genevieve died. As far as I'm aware, Francois went missing around the same time. He wasn't present for the official inquest into his family's demise.
So you're saying he could still be out there?
It's possible he's still alive, yes. But if he was with his family when they drowned, it's more likely his body was simply never recovered.
You don't sound like you buy the official story. Let's hear your version.
I don't like to speculate without proof.
Humor me. I won't quote you.
Well, despite my personal difficulties working with Gordon, I hate to cast aspersions on the fellow out of hand. It's just that he always carried a torch for Esmeralda Lamoon. And as I said, it made for rather awkward business meetings. Things only seemed to grow worse over time. In my view, it made him unstable.
What exactly are you saying here, Mr. Fontoul? You think Gordon killed Esmeralda and Genevieve?
Oh, no. That seems extreme.
And yet here we are. I ask you what you think really happened, and you tell me how crazy your business partner can get. What's a detective to think?
Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything. Saying it out loud, it seems far-fetched. Forget I mentioned it.
Gordon had some interesting things to say about the Lamoons.
Oh? Like what?
Well, for one thing, he suggested you weren't too pleased with how much of Island Kitchen the Lamoons controlled. He seemed to think it might have been enough to constitute motive. What do you think, Mr. Fontoul?
Why, that's ridiculous. The Lamoon's influence was integral to nurturing our nascent enterprise into what you see today. I never harbored anything but goodwill towards the Lamoons. And I'd certainly never hurt, let alone kill anyone. Gordon is way out of line.
That's enough about the Lamoon family for now. That's all for now.
Godspeed, Detective.
Welcome to Island Trader, an authorized dealer of Island brand products.
I was told you guys sell a very special shovel here.
You must be referring to the upcoming release of our new line of island shovels.
That sounds about right. I'd like one.
You and me both. They're not out yet.
What do I have to do to get one early?
You'd have to get approval from my boss, Mr. Fontoul. Good luck with that, though. He's pretty strict about new product releases.
I'm just gonna look around.
Go right ahead, sir.
Hello again, Detective. Any news about Mary?
The Island Trader shopkeep told me I needed your approval to buy the new Island brand shovel.
Ah, yes. I'm very excited about that one. However, as a rule, I prefer to confine our new product releases to a specific date. Is there a good reason you need the shovel right now?
It has to do with your wife's investigation.
It does? Well, then why didn't you say so? If you think a new shovel could help bring my Mary back to me, then of course you may have one. I'll have the shopman set one aside for you.
Thanks, Vic. That's all for now.
Godspeed, Detective.
Welcome to Island Trader. Local goods at local prices.
I believe you have a shovel for me.
Ah, you must be Mr. Detective. I've got your shovel right here.
I'll take it.
A trade's a trade, and our trade is your happiness.
What is it that you want?
Here you go, Eartha. If anyone asks, you didn't get it from me.
Oh, this is excellent, my darling. I'll be the talk of the tombs. It has the logo and everything.
You just wanted the sticker?
Yes.
Right. Well, maybe now you can tell me who was snooping around the Lamoon Mausoleum.
It was that lousy little lawyer. Something about that guy gives me the creeps.
You mean Lawton?
Yes, spooky fellow.
Good chat. I'll be seeing you, Eartha.
Folks always do, sooner or later.
I told you, no further questions. I have an important affair this evening. God, you don't listen. You're just like her, always manipulating, putting on an act.
I've got a surprise witness, Counselor. Eartha the Gravedigger saw you visit the Lamoon Mausoleum.
That is a bold accusation. I think you should leave.
So, we're going to do this the hard way, huh?
I don't like you.
Well, I bet with a little leverage, I could pry my way into your heart. Be seeing you.
I certainly hope not.
Eartha said Theodore Lawton, the lawyer on Main Street, has been inside the Lamoon Mausoleum. I've got to find some leverage to get that weasel to squeal.
Hello again, Detective. Couldn't keep away, huh?
Does the name Lamoon mean anything to you?
Lamoon? No, I've never heard the name. Why, who is that?
That pendant I showed you? It was given to Mary around the time she lost her memory. I traced it back to the name Lamoon.
Sorry, the name doesn't ring a bell.
The Lamoons owned a small gumbo restaurant that was acquired by Island Ventures. They worked with Mary's husband.
And then you might want to ask him about it, darling.
I found out your husband was padding around the Lamoon Mausoleum. Left his footprints all over my case. Care to comment?
And here I am, thinking he can't leave the office because of work. Did you ask him about it?
Well, I've tried, but he keeps giving me the old 86.
I'd act surprised, but I know how single-minded and selfish he can be. He has the gall to accuse me of neglecting him while he goes gallivanting about town, telling me he's at the office. Apparently, I need to be a corpse for him to pay me a visit. The liar. Frankly, I think my workaholic husband has been cheating.
You don't say.
You want information on the Lamoons, yes? If Theodore was at their mausoleum, they may have been clients of his. And it just so happens I have access to all of his files.
Let me guess. I scratch your back, you scratch mine? Sound about right?
Bring me evidence of my husband's late-night cheating, and I'll give you all the access you want to his files. I'm staying in the honeymoon suite. Here's my room key, in case there's anything you'd like to, report. Now, if you wouldn't mind, darling, I'm expecting company.
Good day, sir. Going up?
Yep.
Great. I'll just need to see your room key before I can take you upstairs.
Here's that room key you demanded.
Fantastic. Step right in.
Who is it?
Santa Claus, open up.
The North Pole's up another floor. But I guess you can come in anyhow.
That's a beautiful desk.
Thank you?
Looks like you've been busy.
There's not much to do around here, so I thought I'd do a little investigating of my own. I'd been hoping you'd show up. What have you got for me?
How you doing?
Oh, just dandy. Isn't it every girl's dream to hole up in a hotel room because her mind's been erased? You really ought to try it sometime.
Hang in there, Mary. I've been looking into that pendant. Does the name Lamoon ring any bells?
None that I can hear. Why?
The trail goes cold at the Lamoon family mausoleum.
Well, what does that mean?
It means I get to use the word exhume in a sentence. I got some info on the Lamoons. Their names were Francois, Esmeralda, and Genevieve. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear, respectively. They owned a small gumbo restaurant a few years back that was acquired by Island Ventures. From what I gather, about a year after the Lamoons sold their gumbo joint, the mother and daughter turned up dead, drowned in some sort of accident. The father up and vanished.
And that pendant led you to the Lamoon family mausoleum. So where does that leave us?
I'm not sure yet, but I'll keep digging, so to speak. Your husband's business partner seems to think Victor might have had a hand in the Lamoon family tragedy. Says Victor had buyer's remorse after the acquisition of the Lamoon restaurant. Felt he'd given them too large a stake in Island Kitchen. Victor wanted to regain control of his company and didn't mind getting his hands dirty. Gordon doesn't seem to think very highly of your husband.
He's not my husband. Do you think there's any merit to Crumsford's story?
The investigation's still open, Voodoo Dollface. I have more leads to follow up on before I'm ready to draw any conclusions. Victor implicated Gordon Crumsford in the Lamoon family tragedy. Says Gordon was gaga for Esmeralda, but she wasn't interested in what he was selling. He lost his temper, and they lost their lives. At least according to Victor. He and Gordon don't seem to get along too well.
You've met Crumsford. Does he strike you as a violent man?
The investigation's still open, Voodoo Dollface. I have more leads to follow up on before I'm ready to draw any conclusions. That's all I've got on the Lamoons for now. Get this. Gordon Crumsford owns the cemetery.
You think that's relevant to my case? Or are we just gossiping now?
I can't say for sure. I thought it was interesting. I think I've got a lead.
Oh, good. What did you find out?
Looks like Theo Lawton, the local ambulance chaser, has been poking around the Lamoon mausoleum.
Do you think he has something to do with my case?
I don't know, but he's awfully tight-lipped for a man with nothing to hide. I just need to find a way to get this lawbird to squawk.
Please, let me know if I can help.
How'd you like to get some fresh air?
I get the feeling you're not inviting me for an evening stroll.
I could use your help getting information from Lawton, but it might be dangerous.
I'm in.
You haven't even heard what the job is.
I want to help. This is my case, after all. So, what are we going to do? Kill a chicken on his grandmother's grave? Slip a mojo in his coffee? Ooh, curse a crocodile and take its teeth?
We're gonna take pictures of him cheating on his wife.
Voodoo pictures?
It's not that kind of job, sweetheart.
You know, so far, you haven't really lived up to your name. Oh well, an excuse to escape this claustrophobic hotel room. I can't stand being confined to close quarters. What do you need?
I need you to climb into a ventilation shaft.
My, what a glamorous profession you have. So when are we doing this?
Meet me on the roof of Lawton's law office at sundown. And you might want to wear pants.
Keep the fashion tips to yourself, Trenchcoat. I'll be there. This is kind of exciting. I've never been on a stakeout.
How would you know if you had?
I suppose you're right. I could have been a spy before all this. I wonder how many sunsets have been stolen from me.
Don't worry, kid. We'll get whoever's responsible.
Right. Well, I've got the camera. I'm gonna see what I can see.
I think we ought to wait a little.
Grab my legs, Voodoo.
Wait, hold on. Kid's got more backbone than an anaconda.
I've got you this time, husband. Full house.
Oh dear, you do make a compelling case. Hey, what's that behind you?
Where? I don't see anything.
I thought I saw your mother. Sorry, sweetie, it must have been my imagination.
You're not getting out of this that easily. Now, show me your hand.
Royal flush.
You've got to be kidding me.
Better luck next time, sweetheart.
Well, how'd it go?
He's a cheater, all right. Here, I think I got what we need.
You did good, Voodoo Dollface.
Did you expect any less?
I'll go get these developed at Island Trader.
Let me know how this all turns out. I'm headed back to the hotel. This was fun.
Welcome to Island Trader. Please let me know if I can get anything for you.
I need these developed.
No problem. One moment. Here you go. Thanks for choosing Island Trader, where the trade winds always blow your way.
Voodoo detective. We met at the pool.
Oh, hello, detective. Have you learned anything new about my husband?
Yeah, I got some news.
Well, come in and tell me about it.
I never cheat.
Well, what do you know? She really is a manipulative puppet master.
What have you got for me, detective?
I've got the goods, honey. Black and white, 8x10, full gloss freedom fodder. The stuff divorce dreams are made of.
Well, don't keep me waiting, darling. Let's see them. Aha! I knew it, that cheating swine. I'll have him on a platter for this. Thank you, detective. I'll make sure my husband's office is unlocked. You can rifle through any files you wish. Now, if you don't mind, I have a performance to finish.
You think I don't know about...
Let's see here. The moon. Ah, here it is. There's a key and a receipt for a Crumsford Capital bank account. It's a receipt for a Crumsford Capital bank account. I guess the Lamoons had an account there. Says their safe deposit box number is 203.
Hello and welcome to Crumsford Capital. What can I do for you today?
You got an ice box I can keep my lettuce in?
We sure do! Crumsford Capital is here to service all your finance management needs. Also, any account you open comes with a complimentary safe deposit box.
You convinced me. I'd like to open a bank account.
That's wonderful news! To open an account, you'll need an executive approval form from Mr. Crumsford.
Actually, maybe another time. See you.
What is it now? I'm a very busy man, Detective.
Would you be willing to give me an executive approval form? I'd like to open a bank account.
Crumsford Capital is a prestigious institution that caters only to a small pool of elite clients. The only way we're able to maintain our rigorous quality of service is by keeping that pool small. So I'm sorry, Detective, and I'm afraid the answer is no. As long as my eyes remain open to watch over these gilded halls, the approval forms will remain safely nestled in the drawers of my filing cabinet.
I've got a few more questions about the Lamoons. I asked Victor about the Lamoons too. He had an interesting take on things.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Victor seems to think you killed the Lamoon family in a fit of jealousy for Esmeralda. Sound about right?
I should destroy that man and staunch the endless flow of fetid vitriol that spills from his disgusting mouth. Why in the world would I kill the woman I love? There's no substance to these wicked indictments, and if you believe them, you're an even bigger fool than you look.
I've got other questions. You seem to eat a lot of chocolate, Mr. Crumsford.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather addicted to it. I can never say no to a box of Chortle's chocolate truffles, especially when I'm upset.
You don't say.
Damn, I've run out.
That's enough for now. I may come back later.
Welcome to Island Trader, an authorized dealer of Island brand products.
Do you carry Chortle's chocolate truffles?
We sure do, and you're in luck. I've got our last box right here behind the counter.
Ring them up for me, will you?
You got it. Here you go.
Let's just see if that key I got from Lawton works. Esmeralda Lamoon, September 21st, 1887 to July 8th, 1924. The lid of the coffin is askew. So the pendant belonged to a dead woman. But what do the Lamoons have to do with Mary? There's more missing from this case than just my client's memory.